Going to be a big opportunity here for Lukaku here today, Martin, because he certainly hasn't lived up to the £90 million figure and the expectation that came with him. Again and again, fans are expecting a lot more. But do you think today he could be putting on a good performance alongside Timo Werner? Perhaps this is what he's been asking for.
It is. I mean, you think back to the start of the season, Lukaku coming to the club, it looked like it was that extra ingredients for them to go that extra little bit. Hasn't quite worked out. He talked about wanting a partner. He needs, look, he's a big, strong man. And you look at him and you think, if I was up against him today, I'm pretty certain he'd be able to handle me. That's not a problem. But really, he needs somebody else with him, alongside him. He seems to be a better player. He feels lonely up there. It's, you know, hard work is not necessarily what you associate with him, but when he has a player making runs for him, he can capitalise on that. And I think today, with a partnership, this is what he wants. So the manager is meeting his needs. He's setting the team up for him. And it's up to him now to produce. Pressure's on Lukaku tonight.
Yeah, pressure is also on Thomas Tuchel to try to bring the best out of Romelu Lukaku. But having said that, it is, as I mentioned, 50th Premier League game for Tuchel in charge of Chelsea. In terms of the stats, in terms of the numbers, certainly there have been improvements across the board. Of the first 49 Premier League games, 100 points, 11 points better at this stage compared to last season. But having said that, the expectation of Chelsea earlier at the start of the season was to be one of the favourites to win the title. But at the minute, they're out of the Champions League. Obviously, they lost the League Cup. They still obviously have a 50-50 chance at the FA Cup final as well. Premier League, it looks like they're settled in for third. It's hard to say they've had a successful season based on the fact that they were one of the title favourites at the start, Carlton.
No, look, at the end of the day, they know they've probably underachieved this season, especially bringing in someone of, was it 90 million on Lukaku. You're expecting for them to improve. They haven't. I think they've stayed the same. Manchester City, Liverpool, they've gone to another level, and that's been a big problem for Chelsea. And when you're looking at the striker situation in Lukaku, look, we could talk about Lukaku all day, but there's other players in the team as well that probably hasn't come up to the standards that was required. But Lukaku takes the brunt of it, of all the criticism, because he's the main guy to go and get the goals.
Do you know, over the years, there's been a lot of strikers in the Premier League, but I don't think anyone's been talked about more than Lukaku.
Exactly.
By his manager, by the public, and that's when he's at his best. I do feel he's high maintenance. He's someone that you have to make him feel loved.
Yep.
He fell out with the manager a little bit, and they realised, actually, there's other options here. Havertz has come in and done a fantastic job. So there's pressure on him, and I just think tonight, he's usually, when his back is against the wall, he produces. I sincerely hope that doesn't happen from an Arsenal point of view, by the way, because they need to be very careful with these two. Werner making those channel runs, and Mount as well. Playing, he'll be the extra player that tries to join them. So lots to think about for Arsenal.
But just based on what you say he's the sort of player that needs to feel loved. Are you saying Tuchel's not making him feel loved?
No, I don't. I actually felt, I think he stood back away from him a little bit because he went public and said that he wasn't sure about the system, and he was finding it hard work. And Tuchel has recently said, just today, I thought was really refreshing. He said, look, I never give up on anybody. I give them that ultimate opportunity to keep succeeding. We see that with Loftus-Cheek. We see that with so many players. If you're a Chelsea player, you know this new manager will give you a chance. And Lukaku's got another one tonight. Well,
Lukaku will certainly test Arsenal's defence, who's not been at the top of their format, to be honest, Arsenal's defence, needing someone like you, Martin.